Can I be honest? I'm underwhelmed, y'all. I'm sorry. You did not give me any freaking reason to want to upgrade. You did not take advantage of the power of a M4 freaking chip inside the freaking thinnest iPad ever made. Either Apple is just waiting to pull out the big guns, or they Apple, you get one more chance with me for me to change my schedule to accommodate your keynotes. Otherwise than that, you're going to go into the pile of things I see when I see it. I was hoping to hear more about Final Cut. Maybe I'm just being a big baby. Maybe I'm just acting like a real, you know, and I just need to get my life together. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I am the only worst person feeling this way.
Hello, my name is Gadget Trent, and honestly, I'm gonna call myself out. I did slightly overreact, and I'm here to apologize for some of the things that I said. It's a live. That was a live reaction. That's how I felt at the moment, and so we're going to get into um what I said a few days ago in the live. I recently did a live reaction to the WW24, and I said, Apple better bring it. And if you want to get more into detail of that clip that I put on both TikTok and YouTube Shorts, then check that post out. I'm not going to rehash too much stuff of what I said because I said it already. Check the video out, show love, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yay. But anyway, Apple did bring it. And because they had that awesome AI and in real time, I was like, oh, that was so cool. I wasn't expecting to see AI on Apple anything. Like I was like, I just thought that Apple wouldn't go there because they're so big on privacy. And lo and behold, not only do we have AI, but it does have a private option. And then if it goes into OpenAI, it prompts you, it goes into GPT, and it says, hey, we're about to go into OpenAI to answer this question. Do you want to continue? And I think that's perfect because I do use AI, but not extensively at all. I have Canva. I have a paid subscription with Canva. That's how I make my thumb notes, even these graphics, this presentation. And they do have a writing AI. And mainly, I just needed to fix either my grammar or it could just help you uh, retweak things. So I don't need it to do things for me. I do my own reports or my own description bars. I just needed to make sure there's no errors and stuff in it. So Canva I'm good with, but Canva is not free. And I don't honestly think I'm going to leave Canva even when this AI comes to the platform. However, there are some issues, and we'll get in that in a second. And another great thing about the AI, it's free. It's free. Most of these advanced AI tools cost money. I used to have Grammarly, and I think I was paying like 176 a year. Um, I no longer use Grammarly because I'm now using Canva. And you pick and choose like what you're going to pay into and why. And AI, I use with art, um, thumbnails, and customized art for this channel. It's interesting. I already paid for my AI features for art in full, so I don't have to cancel it. But I'm not gonna lie, if you are the kind of person who does like cartoonish kind of uh, creations and stuff, I'm sure Apple's gonna wipe some of these companies out. So I'm just like, that kind of sucks, to be honest. But I say all that, some of us, like myself, are cautious about AI and what we put into the open AI. And Apple found a way to have, private privacy options and things of that matter. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy it's going to make Siri a lot smarter, a whole lot more useful. Do I use Siri? Yes. But am I aggravated at least once a week? Absolutely. And I feel like once that's, you know, introduced with the new operating system and everything by the way comes out in the fall. The beta comes out in the fall, and then I guess the final version will come out later on that season. But fall's around the corner. It's going to be summer in about a week. We're almost there. So hey, it's right around the corner. And so let's celebrate that. That's the glass half full. And I wasn't focusing on that because I was focused on what I wanted. And that was kind of selfish to be like, well, you Apple, I'm tired of you. So, well, I said what I said, but I was a little, a little out of pocket. So if we had this awesome AI, does all these things, the calculator, on steroids with the Apple Notes or the Math Notes, I'm sorry. What is the issue? Well, I wanted Apple to give me a reason for me to need that M4 iPad Pro. Again, this was an I thing. Not everybody's in the market for an iPad M4 Pro. Like, this is a Trish thing. And also, by saying that, I was hoping they were saying, hey, your iPads will now function like the MacBooks. Now, I'm blessed. I finally found a way to finance a new MacBook this year. But before, I had a super old MacBook. It was like a 2012 model. And what happened was I purchased an iPad Pro 2018, and that iPad took the place of the MacBook. And so I only used the MacBook then and even today only to do StreamYard lives, because even this little presentation thing you guys are seeing right now is being fueled by StreamYard. So that's the only reason why I use my laptop. Also, there's a function in YouTube that I need my MacBook for, and that's it. So I was thinking, like, why can't I just do this on my iPad? My iPad is more powerful than my freaking MacBook, especially when it was a 2012. iPad Pro 2018 was on sale for $1,100 from, like, I'm going to say $1,900. This is back in 2020, when things were just different and they were just pretty much throwing stuff at us. And then this MacBook that I'm using now, I purchased this, I'm going to say, for about $2,200. I bought it refurbished though. I didn't spec it out because, again, I knew I wasn't going to use it like that. I think if I ever made my MacBook my main editing device, then maybe I would bump up a couple of things. But right now, I'm not even editing on my MacBook yet. Again, this is why I was disappointed, because it wasn't what I wanted. So then the question of the day on that live was, will Apple software match the power of their hardware? And so I kind of got that answer wrong, kind of. It's yes and no. So Apple's whole campaign is Apple Intelligence, AI for the rest of us. And so because I was talking throughout that whole live and was mad because I didn't get what I want, I wasn't quite listening as well as I should. And of course, as you're doing the replay and looking at, some of your favorite YouTubes, like from the Genius Bar podcast, you're realizing you're missing some key stuff. So if you weren't paying attention like I was, it's not Apple Intelligent AI for the rest of us. It is an Apple Intelligent AI for some of us. And let me explain. You have to have these devices for this to be useful. You need an iPhone 15 Pro Max or an iPhone 15 Pro. You need an iPad Pro with an M1 chip or later, a iPad Air with an M1 chip or later, a MacBook Air with an M1 chip or later, and you guys get the point. Like, same thing for the MacBook Pro, the iMac, Mac Mini, and Mac Studio. They all need an M1 chip or later. And actually, the Mac Studio needs an M1 Max or later, and the Mac Pro needs a M2 Ultra. So back to what I was saying. You guys are going to have to upgrade those devices if you already don't have those compatible items. This is going to make it very, if you want to use that AI, you're going to either have upgrade or be without. So I got lucky. I finally updated my phone. This is a iPhone 15 Pro. Because I told you before, with the exception of my MacBook, because I know I wasn't going to use it like that. Usually, when I buy devices, I buy the max option. What I'm slightly annoyed with is not one, but both my iPads will not be able to have that AI or the Apple Intelligence function. That puts probably a lot of us Apple users in this dilemma of having to upgrade to use the AI. And that sucks. Like, God forbid you're under contract, like I'm financing this phone. I got it at a great deal. If you guys are like me and you cannot wait to upgrade because your phones are just not working anymore, like I said in the live the other day, the battery was insanely weak. It was dying every freaking 5 minutes. The speaker wasn't working unless I had to put my AirPods in or a hard headphone jack. It just, the phone also got breathed into. It was just a lot of issues with the phone. So in other words, I needed a phone, and I said, well, and thanks to my phone provider, they had a phenomenal promotion. I think I got like $700-800 off. So pretty much I paid half price for my phone. If you are not in a situation where you're getting a good deal or don't have a need to do it, I would wait for the iPhone 16 announcements to come out, which is again right around the corner. It's usually September, October, and just hold out. Because at this point, you don't want to waste your money. You want to be able to use the AI. Now, if you don't want to use the AI, disregard everything I said. Keep using your devices. But I know from my everyday use with Canva and how I'm finding myself using AI more and more each day, I know I'm going to want to eventually have my iPads with those features. A workaround that is, if you're like me and you have a compatible phone, then what you could do is just do everything on your iPhone and then put it in your notes app, and the notes will transfer over to your iPad. So you don't have to have that feature per se, but eventually I know I'm going to get tired of that. I've done these little tricks before, and when you're doing in my case multiple social medias and you have so much to do in the course of a day, time is of the essence. Another thing is, because I have the 2018, I am starting to see it slowing down. I'm starting to see, that it's time to start thinking about getting a new iPad Pro. I'm not sure at this point Apple has given me enough of a reason to invest in the iPad M4 Pro, because we also know it's compatible with that new Air. So I guess between now and, you know, the future, I will decide if I'm going to go the Air route or the Pro route. Because if you're not going to make this more into a notebook situation, then I could just pretty much let the iPad be an iPad and just get a regular Air and then use my laptop for the heavier stuff like the editing. Because if, at the end of the day, um, it just has to make sense financially for me. And right now, it's not. But again, shout out to Apple. The AI or the Apple Intelligence was noteworthy. It's something to be excited about. It's definitely a change on how we use our devices, and how our devices will be more like assistants and make our lives easier. It just sucks though. It just sucks that there are going to be so many people having to figure out ways to get updated devices. Um, you know, Definitely look around, shop around. I've been lucky. Every single one of my devices, except for my MacBook from 2012, has been purchased on some type of a deal or promotion. So, and of course, I finance it. If you're like myself and you're not able to just go to the store and buy what you want because you have the means to do such, then the next thing is to be clever and be patient. Um, I asked the question on my community page. Let me just blow this up. Will you be upgrading the your Apple devices to use the new Apple Intelligence coming out in the fall of 2024. Only 2 of you voted, so please head over to the community page and keep casting. But I personally will be waiting till next year because I have the phone and I have the MacBook updated. There's no need to to upgrade immediately. If I didn't have any devices, then I definitely would have upgraded at least one. And I would say if you don't know which device to upgrade, I would just say go by what needs to be upgraded the most. Um, if any of your if any of your devices are no longer updating, that's where you start. Like I said before, I've had a security issue not only on my phone but actually my MacBook. You need to have those softwares updated, and I hope as Apple is continued to talk about being more responsible to the environment, that you will start extending the upgradability of a product. Not everybody, one, can afford to upgrade, or two, they don't want to just like get rid of stuff and have it put in the landfill. I understand you guys have trade-in programs, and then you guys will take the device and recycle what you could. But at the end of the day, not everybody has the financial means to upgrade every time you guys say jump. And this is a major jump situation. It's like, oh, you want to use our AI? It's free. Oh, but you have to have that M1 chip and beyond, or you have to have the iPhone 15 Pro, not even the iPhone 15. Those are the kind of things that in real life is aggravating. And I'm just so lucky that I've always invested in having something to last, which means, yeah, I'll upgrade it, I'll pay a little bit more, but then I don't have to buy a device for a while. As for the iPads, again, if this is still going to function like an iPad, I'm going to give me an iPad Air for the upgrade. And for the mini, which is not even an option yet, I hope that Apple continues the mini. The mini for me by far is the best one to travel with. I will be traveling a lot this year. I'm bringing this and not that. It's just much easier to bring. So this is my baby, and this, whether it gets upgraded or not, this is a tool for me, minimum just for streaming and to do light editing and stuff. But I hope that they actually add the Apple Mini to the group for things that will be compatible with the Apple Intelligence. Well, those are my thoughts. Again, sorry for overreacting. I'm a very passionate person, and when I don't get my way, sometimes I could be a little bratty. I apologize. But if you want to see that meltdown in full, please check out the previous video. Just expressing myself. Now, because I was talking a lot about nothing, I was talking a lot through that presentation. If you just want to get to the meat and potatoes, watch the very beginning when I break down with the presentation, and then fast forward to my reaction to when it was done. You really don't need the stuff in the middle. Your time is precious. There's no need to watch 2 hours of that. But that's where you'll get the meat and potato of what I had to say. And then I also had a reaction to the other keynote that was a month prior about the wish list of things I wanted hardware-wise coming to Apple. I think I had a rant there too. Same thing. Well, actually, maybe you can watch the whole thing to that one. That one was only 38 minutes. But thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you will be around for more future videos. Make sure you sub to this channel, like and share. And I promise it to be less chatty and pay better attention in future Apple keynotes. With that being said, I'm going to end, and thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next post. Bye. Yeah. I know I can't sing.